Good evening and welcome to Whisper Games. Tonight I'm going to play some Professor Layton. It's the first game, The Curious Village, and I have played this game a couple of times before. I really like this series of games. I'm calling myself Whisper in this one. Okay, here we go. To my dear friend, Whisper. The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see, and then the story starts. Well, you can't hear the music again, which is a shame. Professor Layton has got such lovely music. I will edit in some music, I think. Here is Professor Layton and Luke, the main characters. I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute? Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away. Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates the treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple. But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed. It turns out that no one had ever heard of such a treasure existing until it's mentioned in the will. Wow, that's some puzzle, alright. Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive. It certainly sounds like you two would have gotten along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow? Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive. But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery, something huge. Aha, is that your famous intuition acting up again, Professor? Well, our first step is getting to town. This is also exciting. I hope St. Mystery is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective Professor Layton. Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective. Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers. And you immediately decided to take her up on her request, eh? Well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady. If you say so, Professor. We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions. You got it. What's this? Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village. She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune. Care to give it a go, Luke? I'll do my best. A puzzle like this should be a snap for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton. Right. Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come. Okay, so here comes the first puzzle. Where is the town? And it's worth 10 picarats. My village is on a road that leads to no other towns. I look forward to seeing you there. Okay. So, I think it should be this one over here. Let's just double check. Yeah, it looks like it because these two and these two are on the same road, but this one is not, so I will circle this one. And let's see if we are right. Yeah, correct. Alright, that's correct. The only town that isn't connected by roads to another town is the one in the upper left area of the map. It looks like you're all ready to start solving puzzles. There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village. Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now. Huh? Professor, do you mean to say that you already figured out the town's location? I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like this is easy enough to solve with a glance. Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We have arrived. And then comes the title screen. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I love this little anime parts of the games. They're really nice. Here is the Tower of Saint Mystere. And here's the town. I love the artwork as well. It's so cozy in a way. We're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. So let's tap on him then. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go dropping the bridge for a bunch of fancy-looking outsiders? You got a lot of nerve. We received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd sure like to lower the bridge for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But the engine is busted, and I can only move this blasted bridge with a hand crank. Okay. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I've got no clue which one to use. Well, aren't you a competent bridge guy? So smart guy, you got any idea which one is the right one? we go to puzzle number 2, the crank and slot. Okay, so we have to figure out which hole or which slot this one goes into. So look at the point here, so it should be this one or this one, because of because it's on a flat side and not on a point. I'm not good at explaining. I think it should be this one. Yeah, correct. Nice job. Now drop that bridge. That'll do it. Hold on a second. I let her down. I'm gonna say it again. I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into St. Mystere. But if you're Lady Dahlia's guest, I guess I'd better. At least give her my regards. I really like the artwork once again. I kind of felt like the charm of Professor Layton died a bit with the 3D game, but never mind. We're in the city, or the town, and that will be the end of this episode. It was a very short one. But I hope you have enjoyed it and that you found it relaxing. So take good care.